Well, hello everyone. I'm Nick, and I'm here with Brian. Gary couldn't make it today. Sorry, Kyle. I assume Kyle's going to be very upset. He really loves this, and he's got people in his small town of Clinton, New Jersey, who also love this, and uh, I think they're going to be very upset that Gary's not here. They're always upset when there's no sports talk with Gary, and I don't know, like it might be a little like underhanded, like they like to disagree with Gary, but isn't that a little bit the point of having a show? Like you want people to agree and disagree with you. So
Right.
yeah. So I think
The funny the funny thing is that Gary, like most people on podcasts, most people on the radio are just playing a character to rile people up. And Gary isn't, he's just being Gary. And
I mean
because of the nature of that audience specifically listening from New Jersey, of course they're not gonna of course they're not gonna agree with Gary
right.
because they're from New
They're
Jersey.
from New
They're
Jersey.
soulless people.
Yeah. So I mean, aren't we all kind of doing that? Aren't we all just us?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
this show we are, yeah.
yeah. But
But
even
you know,
even on our regular Kick Out of Two podcast,
right.
it okay, I guess we are like the wrestling versions of ourselves, right? We're us, but we're a little bit more. You know what I mean?
I I don't think so.
No?
I think you take the microphone or you take the Discord away and you're still going to get the exact same conversations. I always tell people with our podcasts that it is like if we were at a barbecue and you saw three of us stand there talking and you just popped in and start listening to the conversation, this would
That's what
be
you're getting.
yeah, that would be it. Like what you like recorded or not recorded, this is what you're getting. Except you would just not see us like awkwardly sweat in the sun live. That would be
Right.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that's what you get live. Live, you get us sweating because we're outside, we're in
Mhm.
my backyard or your parents' backyard, and we're so hot all the time. Nat, shut up. Can I tell you, we went away for the weekend, and if you
Mhm.
listen to our regular show, you know I was down with Duke and Bryn and we were hanging out drinking, and I had somebody stop in to check in on the cat, give her medicine, all that stuff. We got back, we thought the cat was going to die. We were like, finally, we got here. And then the next day, cat's fine. Cat's fine. There she goes. Yep. Now Kelly's on a work call in the other room. So like the cat has to be out here because this is not real work. You know, this is pretend. But yeah, she's over here screaming at me. Doesn't know she still doesn't know what's going on. The vet will not like I have to just open the door. I think I have to just open the door. Let go. Go. See,
Yeah, it's about time.
is there like a whistle that you can get like a hawk to come by? Because this
I'm
cat's
sure
small. Like
there is.
she doesn't weigh more than 7 pounds at this point. Like a hawk could just
You don't need a
take her
hawk,
away.
just get a pillow. Just yeah. What are you gonna do?
And then you just put the cat in the pillowcase and what? Throw it away? Put it in the trash?
Mother mother Goodbye, buttons.
Okay. Wait a
Mhm.
minute. Gary would not be letting this happen. Gary would not be letting this happen. We're supposed to talk about sports now. So,
Yeah, that's
uh,
alright.
like the cat annoying me, these reporters for the NFL are annoying me so bad with all of this AJ Brown's getting traded talk because it is May 29th and AJ Brown is a Philadelphia Eagle and he's going to be a Philadelphia Eagle. He's not getting traded because you're not going to get, as this drags on and on, you are not going to get a first round pick in 2027 for AJ Brown.
Okay. Okay, so I have a question then.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that he doesn't trade it on June 1st,
Yeah.
okay? But then let's also say that he holds out at training camp and he doesn't wanna report because he doesn't wanna play for the Eagles. How do you handle that then?
So first, okay, this is all hypothetical. All right, if he doesn't show up for training camp, if he holds out because he doesn't want to play for the Eagles, then your options are to trade him to the highest bidder, which would still get you around what the offers are now, because he's still a viable player that has value. And so the teams that are asking about him, Kansas City, um, even like Dallas, like teams that are like, we could really make a run with that one more piece, and a guy like AJ Brown can do it. I think you would get almost what you'd be looking at now, but you're probably going to have to throw him out there for a third round pick. Now, the whole idea of trading him is not really for the draft picks. The whole idea, if you were going to trade him right now, the only reason I'm okay with it would be because it frees up dollars to then spend elsewhere, like on a Josh Sweat who wants out of Arizona, who you can get for a steal. You probably don't need to give a real player or a real draft pick for Josh Sweat because he wants out really bad and he'll only go certain places. And you have a little bit of leverage. Guy's got a Super Bowl ring from Philadelphia. So I if the guy holds out at training camp, that's a cancer that you cannot keep for the year. Like you can't force him to play. I mean, you can. He might still not show up and then not get paid or pay fines. Guys have been doing that lately. So if he doesn't want to play here, acquiesce. You don't play here, you don't have to play here. But here's the thing: right now, he has the option to go play where he wants. If he holds out, he loses that option. You're going to send him wherever you get the best price, and it could be in Cleveland, where they may cut you a deal on a Myles Garrett trade. They could take him in Chicago or wherever the Bears are going to play. He can go to a bad team or a bad market team real fast, and he's not going to like that either.
I wouldn't be 2 teams that I wouldn't be surprised hearing about after June 1st, if he does get moved, would be either Jacksonville or the Chargers. Both teams need wide receivers. They have young quarterbacks. They essentially really would consider them like they would be the number one receiver and they would consider them franchise changing acquisitions. Now, do they get a first round pick? Who knows, right? It all depends on who figures in the value. But I wouldn't be surprised if now that a certain a certain source has been removed from this news cycle, where it seemed like it was just consistent smothering of the Patriots and AJ Brown, and now that that particular cog in this whole process has been removed, I would not be surprised to hear about more teams actually.
Yeah,
The teams that people are bringing up that I guarantee you where he won't go, they will not move him to the Rams. They will not move him to I would think the Vikings. They would not move him to the Bears. I you know, those are teams I just don't see, obviously anybody in the division, but I could very much see them being in discussion with either Jacksonville or the Chargers also, outside of the Patriots, as teams that would be interested in AJ Brown.
yeah. I mean, I actually don't think there's a real limit to who they would talk to about it. I think if Jerry Jones and his dumb son make a ridiculous offer for AJ Brown, the Eagles are going to take it. Not not only because if you can get back your initial investment on this guy, which is a first round draft pick, you take it because he's now what 6 years older, and
Yeah.
clearly clearly he's either at the peak of his career or he's just starting down the other side.
Oh no, man. Like he is an absolute physical specimen. And I honestly like you go back and you look last year, and we can talk more about the OTAs after this, but you you go back and look last year, that offense was just so bad. Everybody had bad years.
Yeah.
So to sit here and say, "Oh, AJ," and it seems like the sense is people are saying, "Oh, AJ Brown had a bad year and he's declining." It's like I don't know if he's necessarily declining. I think maybe the offense was a mess
Yeah. And
because
your
he,
offensive line was decimated last year. They were
yeah,
all hurt.
um,
And if they weren't hurt on the field, they were hurt off the field. Like
yeah,
it just like I don't I don't think we should get rid of AJ Brown at all. I think he should play here this year. We are a better team with him than with a first round draft pick. And that's not even close. Like I like the draft pick they made this year, but he's not replacing AJ Brown right now. You need him
right.
with a guy like AJ Brown. right? If you show a guy like AJ Brown, like, hey, we can put in 3 more years with you, and you can really help us bring this next guy along. And then at that point, if you're ready to go, you go. If not, we maintain this monster locker room until this kid's 5th year option's up, and then we'll talk and we'll see what you want to do. Like he the thought of having AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, who's the kid they got, Hollywood Brown, and Makai Lemon. That's your starting four wideouts,
And the kid from Green Bay, Watkins.
right? Your
Yeah.
wide receiver room is ridiculous, and everybody in the media is trying so hard to make it not as good as it is. Like it's so good. I don't know why we are trying so hard to make it not good. Like, we're just trying so hard. Like to think like, and every trade package I see rumored is like, oh, well, he could go here for this wide receiver. No, if you trade AJ Brown, that means you're good with who you have. It's like
Mhm.
you're. I don't think you're going to get anybody that's going to make this wide receiver room better once AJ Brown's gone. Like it's still going to be exceptional, but AJ Brown is so good. So I'm with you in that he's a physical specimen. He's going to put up great numbers again. He's not at the end of his career. You got to keep this guy around. And Howie's so good at the draft anymore anyway that I, I- I'm okay with the picks we have, and we'll make those work. And you keep AJ Brown. And if you don't go get a Josh Sweat or Miles Garrett. I don't care. For Miles Garrett's not coming here. Howie Roseman's never going to give up what the Browns want for Miles Garrett. It's never going to happen.
I don't want Myles Garrett. You don't want having Myles Garrett on your roster would be the equivalent of having 2 starting franchise quarterback contracts on your roster. You would have 2 players, and then everybody else you just wouldn't be able to afford to keep.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I
Like,
agree.
so,
So,
you know, I my question is, what are you gonna do with your life once one way or another this AJ Brown situation is resolved? Are you just gonna cancel this podcast? I feel like you're gonna have, like, nothing to talk about. We talked
well,
about this
I'll
for
have
17 straight minutes now.
yeah,
Like, nothing's happened.
I will have at least 2 weeks worth of episodes telling Gary how much I told him so. You know what I mean? Like I'll just be out here like, hey Gary, you remember how you thought AJ Brown was getting traded? Like you guaranteed it. Didn't we bet? Did we bet money on that? I hope we did. Like I will not let it go for a while. I think I won't let it go. So
Yeah.
yeah, yep,
Um, moving off of this, can we move off of this topic?
yes, for now.
Okay. Okay. For now. Um, OTA started this week with the
Yes,
Eagles, and
yeah.
looking at it, I thought, there's a couple players that you kinda want. It's a really funny story. So, back in the day when I worked in the local Philadelphia media, I remember the year that the Eagles signed Byron Maxwell, and
Hmm.
he, at the time, was considered the top cornerback on the free agent market, right?
Right.
And so, I remember after the first set of OTAs talking to one of the Eagles reporters who were very tight in with the Eagles, just privately talking about to him and saying, "Hey, so what's going on with Maxwell?" And he just looked at me and said, "They already know they made a massive mistake."
Oh,
And it got even worse in training camp, I remember, because there was like, you know, there were just things going on where it was like, "Oh, wow," right? Where you're just like, "Oh, this guy clearly was just here for the contract, and, like, there's no he was part of the system."
yeah.
And so you kinda get early seeds at OTAs. You don't get too many, but you kinda get early seeds and, like, early vibes on players. But I think that one of the guys in the OTAs, one of the guys in training camp that should be a real focus, and I think that he could be a really impactful, especially for the defense, is this Rick Woolen, the cornerback that they signed
From
in free
Seattle.
agency.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, he's a really tall, physical cornerback because it feels like Fangio likes them. They already like him so much, but Fangio announced that they're gonna move, Jean to safety when they're in their base defense.
Right. So last
And
week, Gary and
not
I went over the safety and cornerback rooms, kind of broke it all down with Cooper DeJean at safety, which I got a nice little I told you so out of that one. So I was like, yeah, they'll just Cooper DeJean's your safety. Like, don't worry about it. He's the best. He's the most important person on that defense. And to me, it's not even close. We argued a little bit about Jalen Carter, but I was like, yeah, well, Jalen Carter missed games last year and you won games while he was gone. So, like, don't. Cooper DeJean is the most important piece of that defense, and you just put him at safety. And now you have two corners with Reek Woolen apparently really turning heads, covering Devontae Smith at
Yeah.
OTAs.
That's
Um,
the thing that I'm curious about is that will going up against these wide receivers, let's say AJ Brown's in camp, but one of the things that made Quentin Mitchell so good so quickly was that what was it? Quinyon Mitchell,
Quinyon.
right? Yeah. Quinyon Mitchell. So what made him so good so quickly was that his rookie training camp, he spent every day either across from AJ Brown or Devontae Smith. And so after routes were run or sessions were over, one of those guys were constantly pulling Mitchell aside and saying, "Don't take that approach, take this approach. Don't
Yeah.
do that, do this." And so it played a massive part in his quick development in the NFL. And so you think, if he's going up in training camp against Devontae Smith every day, or, AJ Brown, God willing, that, he's going to be test it and constantly test it and hopefully getting better, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
And so you
he's a Super Bowl cornerback already. Like he,
know, he
he
was here a lot.
yeah, he
Yeah,
needs that polishing. You know what I mean? Like he's nice, but you polish him up a little bit with these guys. You're right. You could really have him develop much faster into a much better player, and then he's in the right defense with a good defensive backs coach with Vic Fangio, just ready to go. Just he
so
can really change the defense. You're right.
yeah, no, I think and if you have that cornerback position settled, that defense, oh my god. Like, I don't think people talk enough about the DN they got at the draft, like, that they traded for in the draft from,
Yeah, Grenard,
not Bernard,
Grenard,
Bernard, yeah, yeah, yep. I think he's gonna play a major role in that defensive line. I think that defense is going to be stacked this year. Stacked, which is crazy when you think
unless
about
Nolan Smith hits a wall at 135 miles an hour, and then you're down a guy. So
he's a football player. He's a football player. He can walk it off,
yeah,
you know? But, no, I just, looking at that defensive line, like, you go across if you're honest with that defense, you go across there, there's not many holes on
no.
that defense. I mean, there are not many
Like, you need Jihad Campbell to play like a game ready Nakobe Dean, which
yeah,
so far you haven't seen, but Nakobe Dean just wasn't available most of the year last year. So like
right.
you can't pay a guy out.
So, Campbell is missing the OTAs this year because he is getting shoulder surgery on the opposite shoulder. Last year, the one thing that bothered people and why he dropped in the draft was because of the operations on him. They felt like he might be just like Nakobe Dean, where like the wear and tear already in college is going to add up to him
Yeah.
on him. And so this year, I don't know if they're concerned or not, but it was of note that he's not going to be at OTAs because he's getting another operation on his opposite shoulder. He should be ready for training camp, but you don't know how any of that stuff impacts players and athletes, you know.
So here's the part that
But
bothers me about that.
I
Don't they know he's having discomfort? Don't they know that he needs this done as soon as the season ends? Like,
well, here's the thing about that. Let's just not get into that
okay.
because it's more of a higher end multi-million dollar I poop on company time.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a thing. It's a thing. Like, I wanna
Um,
enjoy my summer.
yeah.
I wanna enjoy my off season, and then I'll get it on company time.
Okay, so we got into it. We didn't skip it at all. So, okay, cool. Yeah, we get it. All right, yeah. He's pooping on company time.
Pretty much. So, one thing that I brought up to a couple of friends, if we can change from the Eagles to the Phillies, one thing that I brought one idea I brought up to some friends this week, which I think is which is I brought up a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden 610 picked up on it now,
Oh,
is
geez.
that, I think that they should absolutely right now be going after Mike Trout for to add to the lineup. So they need a corner outfielder. They need a right-handed bat. They need some athleticism in the lineup.
So
Uh,
Garcia goes
now
away?
Garcia goes to the bench.
Yeah. So, I mean, because you have to keep Crawford playing because he's excellent, and Marsh has got one of the best
Absolutely.
on base percentages
Yeah.
in Major League Baseball. So, what are you gonna do about that? You know?
So you're gonna put Trout behind Harper, and then you would put um, either Stott behind Trout and then Bomb behind Stott. So your whole lineup moves right down with this right-handed bat
Yeah.
and a right-handed bat that you need. So he makes $37 million a year for the next 4 years.
Hmm.
But you are freeing up $37 million because that money was already allocated this season to um, Taiwan Walker and Nick Castellanos. So that money that was in your budget this year that's allocated to them, next year will be allocated to Mike Trout.
So,
Yeah, obviously injury concern. But and there aren't a lot of right-handed bats that are going to be on the trade market
so you're talking about trade for him now or in the off season?
right now.
So
Right,
I am okay with that because it's not my money. I don't care. I don't
right,
care. Spend all the money. I don't give a shit. Like pay the luxury tax. I don't care. Spend all the money. Just win championships. Because right now the Phillies are like beating mediocre and bad teams, and they're kind of splitting with better teams. Like they're not out there dominating. Like I really thought you were gonna have one of those dominant seasons where you're like, that's a team. But right now, what are they hovering around 500, and they're just kind of in it.
right. They're 2 games above 500. They're 1 game out of the wild card. They just swept the Padres, who have one of the best records in the National League in San Diego, and they face the Dodgers for a 3 game set in LA tonight.
Yeah, so that'll
So
be an important series to watch.
yeah, I just think that it dropped Trey Turner finally out of the leadoff spot to number 2, which led in the San Diego series, which led to him having, I think, 3 home runs in 3 games
Yeah.
and, a couple of really good hits, and sort of got the offense at least got Turner moving. Um, I just think that right now his entire career, he's been with the Phillies for like 8 years now, which is crazy, but they've never had a right-handed bat that could hit behind Bryce Harper, never. And Bryce Harper, even this year, statistically, sees the least amount of hittable pitches per at bat, which is nuts when you realize that he has 13 home runs already and he's batting at like 287. Because nobody's behind him, so you don't really have to pitch to him. So, when you're in those situations, it is crazy the numbers that he's putting up. So, if you put Trout behind him, all of a sudden they have to pitch to Bryce Harper, and it makes Harper even more effective. And honestly, I think it sends a jolt through the fan base who, you know, have had a hard on for Mike Trout coming to the Phillies for years. And at the same time, like it's a big market, like it's a big star attraction. The one thing that is also in the Phillies' favor in this situation that people aren't really talking about is that Mike Trout has what in MLB is called their 10-5 rights. So he has a full no trade clause. He doesn't have to go anywhere. He can tell whoever he wants, like, no, I'm not going there. I'm sorry.
Right.
But even with that, he also has 10-5 rights, which
Hold
means
on.
that even if he did
Kel, you're off your call? Yeah. Could you take this cat and
kill the cat.
cut her throat, kill the cat? Brian's yelling it. Kill the cat, please. She says she's not going to do it, Brian.
I'll be up. Don't
He's
worry.
on his
I'll
way.
take care.
Yeah. It's going to
Mm.
take about 9 hours, but he'll be here. All right. And then he needs Benadryl for the allergic reaction he'll have from touching the cat, but at least the cat will be dead.
Right.
Okay.
And I have a patch over my eye. I got face to be completely swollen. I just hand you a bag. There you go. Mm.
Oh. Oh, thank you for opening
Um,
that door, Kelly. Now I don't have to listen to that screeching. Good grief. All right. So Mike,
yeah,
okay. The 10-5.
Trout, though, which means that he has been in the majors for more than 10 years. He's been with the same team for more than 5 years. So that also gives him no trade ability. So ultimately, like what happened with Roy Halladay and the Phillies, and what happened with Roy Oswalt and the Phillies, is that it was they were like, "I'm only going to the Phillies, so figure it out." And that's what they've told ownership. And so he can tell ownership that, and the Phillies, on the flip side, can then be like, "All right, well, here are a couple of B prospects to take him. We're not giving you A prospects unless we'll give you a couple A prospects, but you got to take half his salary." So Roy puts them in a position to where they can take advantage of this whole situation.
Yeah, well, then good. Then let's get this ball rolling. Like, do it
Now,
immediately.
and I get the fact that they're old. I get the fact that they're older. I get it. They're probably one of the oldest teams in the league now, but Eddingham's only gonna get you older. I get all of that, but, I mean, aren't a lot of right-handed bats on the market. There's not going to be a lot of right-handed bats on the market. You don't have any power coming up in your minors. Like, so go get him. Go get him, and, who knows? It could rejuvenate him too. Like, you're
Yeah.
playing in Anaheim. That stadium sucks. Like, playing out there in Anaheim sucks.
I've
It's
never
like
been.
playing yeah, Mausoleum. Like, there's nothing out there. Like, yeah, you're in Orange County, but, like, for your lifestyle, but as a competitor and for sports, you're just like the franchise is terrible, the atmosphere is terrible, the fans are terrible. It's just,
It's a
you know,
great, great movie, Orange County. Tom
ah,
Hanks's kid, John Lithgow. What a fun movie.
Jack
Jack
Black.
The only movie I like Jack Black in is Orange County. The only one.
Really?
Jack
Only movie?
Yeah, Jack Black's the same guy in every movie. He's the same guy. He's like the out of control drug addict,
Yeah.
crazy wild man. Like, yeah, I don't know. He's always the same guy. So I watched
Rock and
Orange
roll.
County and it was good enough.
Yeah. I mean, he was on that episode of The X-Files.
I wasn't an
No.
X-Files guy. I
No.
I was a Star Wars guy, but I am highly debating whether I even see this next Star Wars thing, this Mandalorian. I'm not.
I heard it. I heard it all.
I know. Cullen wants to see it. So I think that's going to be the Nick tries. I think I'm going to go.
He said that it's like they just put 3 episodes of Mandalorian back to back to back, and then we're like, "Here's a movie."
Yep.
It's like,
They've taken one of the most prolific franchises ever and just chopped it up into little pieces and shoved it right up our asses. Like they have destroyed this whole franchise is dead. It's dead.
yeah,
There's nothing more to do with it. And you can't now go back and change stuff. It's over. It's over. Like
it's done.
I'm gonna take 3 VHS tapes and just put them in my basement, and every once in a while I'll pop them in a VCR. Yes, I have a VCR. I had to find it at a thrift store, and I will watch them, and I will go, ah. I remember when people made movies.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah, it is really, really bad.
so
It's
bad.
so bad, and I think it's because it's just fatigue,
Oh,
right?
Jack Black was in the Mandalorian show, and that was bad. And he played Jack Black. He was
No, he
on.
didn't.
Yes, he was.
Did
He
you
was.
get harm?
He was on the Mandalorian. He was some king, and his wife was Lizzo. So she made him look tiny. Okay.
I thought Lizzo I thought Lizzo was in the Marvel show. Wasn't she in that She-Hulk show? No? Was
Mm,
another artist.
no, that
That
was
was
another one. Megan the Stallion, maybe.
okay.
Yeah. Yep. They are different. Um, Lizzo's like 2 Megan the Stallions, maybe 2.5.
Not after the Ozempic.
Well, I get the feeling someone's eating right through that shot. I'll tell you right now.
I get a feeling I was like, to me, I'm like, do you just take a regular shot at that size, or do you have it like harpooned into you?
I think you have to take a regular. We are getting so off track, but I think you have to take a regular. I think you have to ramp up like everybody else. Otherwise, it can really hurt you. It can really make you sick. It's
But
like
how can you, and at that size, how is that even effective?
because even the slightest change in what you're putting in calorie-wise, makes a huge difference when you're that big. You know what I mean? Like, to maintain that weight like, it almost becomes a job when you're that big or bigger to maintain that much weight. Like, you have to eat so much just to maintain that weight. It's like bodybuilders. If they stop eating, they get smaller, and they stop working out, they get smaller. Like, obese people eat a certain amount of calories a day, and it maintains the size they already are because it takes so much energy just to breathe and move around that they have to do even more. So
That is
even the slightest change in eating habits when you're that big makes a difference. So,
that is amazing.
mhm,
I mean, that's amazing.
I know.
I mean, it's all probably just the worst type of cancer-causing chemicals in that shot.
They're starting to say it not only does not cause cancer, they're starting to say it may be a cancer treatment.
It's not.
We
What
will talk about this more on our regular ridiculous show, but we are making a mockery of Gary's kick out of Two Sports Talk with Gary right now with this kind of
Hey,
nonsense.
look, when me and you pop up on a screen,
It's
you
nonsense.
this is how you get it. You're getting a little you're getting a little bit of the topic, then the ADHD takes over, and then we're just chasing butterflies. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
what we're doing. That's life. But I can't they are doing everything and anything to sell that shot. So if they're gonna imply that maybe, possibly, it could, cure cancer in order to sell more of it, they're gonna do that. While also saying, "We never said that."
Oh, well, speaking of selling medications, I was talking to retired OR nurse Tom, and he was telling me that HGH has now been unrestricted by the FDA. So now HGH is not only not bad for you, it is good for you. So like,
Mm,
right? Because if you can go buy it, right? Like no restrictions, go buy it. He's telling me like, yeah, man, like why do you think billionaires look younger every year? Because they're taking HGH because they can buy whatever they want, so they get to take this stuff. So then we started
yeah,
talking, and this is sports related. We started talking about the what are the Olympic Games, but for the
the enhanced
the
games?
enhanced games. Oh my God, what a great idea. I think we've talked about this before where we're like, okay, we have the regular Olympics and then you have the X Games, which are for insane people. And then you have the Special Olympics for those that physically, mentally cannot, they need a platform to compete and to just, have fun, whatever. Right. So you have Special Olympics, you have X Games. Now you need to juice the fuck up, peak human potential, and go do it and die early, but just give us what we want. This is what we want. I don't want to pro sports. I can wait for now. I am so glad this happened. Dude, a dude picked up, did a clean, and the bar bent more than I thought it was going to snap. I thought that an Olympic bar, I thought it was going to
I know.
snap in his hands.
I wanna see somebody pull 2 tractor trailers. That's what I wanna see. 1 on each shoulder. Just whom, whum, whum. That's what I
Uh,
wanna see.
yeah.
When
Did you
we
see?
get to that enhanced games, you call me
Well,
because that's what I say.
dude, I watched a video of a guy getting ready for a
JWoww used to
swimming
be in those.
competition. Who did?
You know that, right?
JWoww?
JWoww used to be in those. Those
Future
world
guest of Kick Out at 2, JWoww?
those strongest competitions,
I
he
bet
was
he
in them, man.
was. With that
Oh my god,
with that upper body?
he was juiced to the gills.
Yeah, Cat made its way back in here. Kelly's coming to help. Thanks, Kel.
Oh
Everybody,
my god.
our both listeners also thank you. Yeah.
Mm,
Gary's not gonna listen. We can say whatever we want. Not gonna
yeah,
matter. He's not
yeah,
taking 1 second. God bless him.
yeah.
Uh, I watched a video of a guy getting ready for like a swimming competition. Now they blurred out, the sensitive bits that belong in a boys episode, but uh, it took him like 30 minutes to get this thing on because it's just like he's too big. Swimmers aren't built like this, and he's like wider than he is tall, like lats like I've never seen on a human. Like he like moved his arm and it looked like he had a wing under it. His lat was so big. I was like, this is crazy. Oh my God, it was so fun. The only other thing I want to make mainstream are the ESPN Ocho Sports. Those I want back. Slippery
I mean,
stairs. Mhm.
I mean, pretty much they're there already, right? They do them once a year,
Yeah, I want them more. I really like it. Like, these people are out of their
but
mind.
then they'll lose their monopoly. If you
Yeah.
see more of them, you want less of it.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, you don't
But you're
want
right.
that.
You
That's
are right.
just stay, just stay in the lane. Stop being so greedy. Let's just watch the enhanced games until somebody dies of a massive, and I mean massive heart attack.
Yeah.
And then they have to be like, "Hey, you know what? No more of these.
Maybe this
We
wasn't
can't.
such a good idea.
This wasn't. Maybe this wasn't great or well thought out of. That's it."
Right.
So, have the Sixers called you yet about interviewing for the job?
Several of the jobs. Yeah. Uh, Head coach, starting center. Yeah. A few other things. Um, there's something called a snack boy. I don't know. I don't know what he does. I assume he brings snacks to the players. I hope.
I mean, usually that position is only open in South Beach
Yeah,
within a certain
it
community.
sounds like the opposite of the tossed salad man, who's usually found in federal prisons.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So they are. So 2 weeks ago, when they fired Daryl Morey, this is why they're losers. I'm going to say this right now. So 2 weeks ago, they fired Daryl Morey. They have a long list of all these candidates. Oh, this guy and that guy and this guy and that guy. And I'm reading them. I'm like, nobody's coming to this team. The roster is garbage. Their best player can barely walk, and when can walk, he barely wants to play. Like, it's not going to happen. And their second best player is a off guard who, although is really good scoring wise, he's pretty much like Dame Lillard. He's too tiny to defend, doesn't really have much else going on. He's not a physical threat. And then Paul George is just there. He's just there collecting a paycheck.
yeah,
Like
I mean,
that's it. When
he gives you
he's like,
flashes of Paul George, and then
yeah, he's also 37 years old. So I'm like, this is nobody wants this roster. So magically, over the course of the last 2 weeks, all of a sudden, rumors are starting that, oh, well, Amir Nelson, assistant GM internally, is very well thought of, and he could maybe jump all the way up and do this job or be GM. And that's when I was like, yeah, see, nobody in the league wants this job. You guys
no
are
way.
total and complete losers. Just call Nick. Call Nick.
Right? I'll handle it.
Have him
I'll handle it.
go ahead.
I would walk in the door and I would go, okay, you are all getting traded, all of you, every single one of you.
All of you.
You're
All of
getting
you.
traded. I'm bringing in
Yeah.
young, mediocre talent, and we're gonna suck for 4 years, 5 years. Just we are gonna
Yeah.
suck. We're gonna eat up first round picks that I'm gonna tell you are injured for the first several years of their careers. And then guess what? They're all coming back at the same time. And we make a run for it. That's the process, baby.
Yeah.
They did not commit hard enough to the process. You have to suck for a while. You have to pay, you have to suffer. And then you have to lie. Like a good GM, you have to lie to everybody. Yep. That's what I'll do.
I
So
can
when they call
imagine.
Kel, have the Sixers called yet today for the GM position? No, she says no.
Yeah, no, I could imagine you in your first day bringing the guy in who was hip hop, having him dress up as hip hop, the bunny mascot,
Uh-huh.
and firing him in
Yeah.
front of people
Yep.
just to prove,
You're out.
right?
So
Nobody's safe.
I got
Nobody's safe.
another guy.
Even even beloved mascots from our past,
Yeah.
nobody is safe.
Gone.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Because it's like, regardless next year of whoever's running the team, you still like, nobody's taking these contracts. Nobody's taking the Embiid contract. Nobody's taking the Paul George contract. Like, you're capped out beyond belief, and so you essentially have to just take your medicine next year
Mhm.
and just get through a really crappy season, and then hope that because George will have 1 year left in his contract then, after next year, that somebody will consider him desirable for cap space. Like, it's just it's they are and so they have the 22nd pick in the draft. Well, with the new NIL deal for college basketball, the way that this is impacting the NBA is that those players that would typically be from 19 to 32 in the draft that would come out early, those players are now staying in college basketball
Yeah,
because the teams are outwardly just saying, "We'll just pay you to stay.
yeah.
Just stay. We'll pay you to stay." So they're like, "Oh, well, I'll just stay because 'cause I'll make more than what an NBA contract is at the 19th or 22nd pick." So
Not
it's just
only do you stay because of that, I I didn't wanna leave college, and I was just some idiot in
right.
Center Valley, PA. Like, I wasn't at a big time school, people weren't fawning over me, I was nothing special. These guys are special in this little
Yeah,
pond, you know, and they're
yeah.
so good, they're so big.
Mhm.
They get everything handed to them. Everybody tells it's such an ego boost. I would stay too. I would absolutely stay and continue getting a degree that I never have to use because I'm going to make all my money in college ball. Then I'll get signed to some ridiculous pro contract that I'll never live up to because I spent all my formative years playing college ball. That's it. Done. You're done. You've done it. You
Like
check the box.
you just look at the Sixers and you're like, it's so infuriating how idiotic they are. And then that Jared McCain that they traded for nothing, the trade deadline starts for 2 games in the Western Conference Finals, plays a huge role right now for the defending world champion. You're just like, they are just losers,
Yeah.
complete and total lo
Here's where you have to put your mind, right? Like one day I found out that my father was never coming back. You understand? Like you just have to
God,
you have to take it in your heart and go, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
it's their nature. Their
that's
nature
that
is they're loser.
exactly. You can
Mhm.
like if you come across a bear, the bear's going to kill you. Not because it's mad at you or it's disrespecting you, it's because it's a bear. And that's what bears do. That's what the Sixers do. The Sixers are losers. That's it. You can't
Try to
keep
pet
getting mad about it. You can't keep doing this to yourself. They're losers.
I'm not getting mad about it. I'm just like, it should be studied. Like, it should be studied for years and years and years on how bad the Sixers franchise is. When you have 3 once in a generation players between Barkley, Iverson, and Embiid, and between the 3 of them over 30 plus years, you only make 1 NBA finals and 1 conference finals. It is just amazing. It is amazing. They are that's why I always tell people, I'm like, "Just contract the franchise. Contract it all, get rid of it, don't need it, start new somewhere else
Yep.
with somebody else,
And then
because this just."
one year they'll do an expansion. You get a team back, start over, start from scratch.
Yeah,
That's it. Like,
like, I
yeah, I
don't
mean,
know
that's kind of what I'm talking about when they call me to take over. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Scratching it all. I'm just cutting guys. You're out. You're gone. You're cut. Bye. Go.
you're putting chains and locks around the practice doors.
Yeah.
You're like, "Nobody's coming in, we're closed for business."
Nobody's key card's gonna work on the doors. That's it. You're done. Get
Oh,
out. I
no,
don't oh,
everybody's gone.
do I care where you play? No, I don't.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
here. Bye. Maybe VJ
mhm,
Edgecombe stays. Maybe. No, no, they all have to go. They all have to go.
yep. You're
Top to
just
bottom.
you're just taking shit and throwing it out the front door,
Tell
just
Big
all
Poppy
jerseys, everything.
Tell Big Poppy stay out of the stadium that day because everybody's getting
Yep,
canned.
just gone.
Ushers,
Pushing out
security,
custodians.
concessions, everybody. You're out.
Mhm,
Gone. Gone.
yep, ticketing staff, everybody just
I'm bringing
taking
in
pictures down off the wall.
the only guy I'm bringing in is Maurice from the Exelon Club Box at Citizens Bank Park. He's going to come over. He really had a good head on his shoulders, so he's going to come over and just consult. He's not technically an employee; he's a consultant, so he's going to come in and just kind of help get things started with me.
Oh my god. Before we wrap this up, can I tell you about a superpower that I found out that I have?
Brian has a super. Is this about Vince McMahon listening to your ideas?
No.
Oh, so it's crazier than that. Okay.
Mm.
Yes, we all want to hear about your superpower. Please.
I feel like I'm like, "Okay, this would make me like one of the X-Men." But once I realized this about a week and a half ago, I'm like, "Oh, I have some mutation that not a lot of people have." and it differentiates me from everybody else. And what as I leave for Spain tomorrow, I have been trying for over 2.5 weeks now to get any sort of tan at all in the tanning booth, outside, by the water, in everything. And for I will be tan for all of one day before I kick back to bare ass white. It is insane. It is remarkable. Like, it should be studied. Like, I'll get out, like, 14 minutes, 10 minutes, full blast in a tanning booth. Nothing. Get out and completely red. We go, great. Wake up the next morning, bare ass cancer patient. Like, you're just like, there's it is impossible for me to get any sort of pigmentation in my skin. Like,
So
right back to white.
so your superpower is maintaining a steady state of pale.
Yes.
That's that's it?
Yes. That's
That
it.
I mean, I've seen worse X-Men. As a comic book fan, I have seen worse X-Men, but not by a lot. Not by a lot. Okay, he stays pale. How does that help us? It it doesn't, I guess, is what
Yeah.
like it's not impervious skin that doesn't feel the effects of heat and UV light or any of that. It is affected by both of those things, but
Right.
not very long.
But it doesn't trap it.
Right.
So it just so, it doesn't matter that it's a weaker skill on the X-Men. It matters that I'm on the roster.
Right. You just got to get
That
in
I'm
there. You just got to
Yeah,
get
that I'm on
like
the
it's
bench.
crazy because you would think like melanin is a problem, but your hair is dark. It's not like you're not an albino. You
Right.
have dark eyebrows. You don't
Right.
dye your hair. I know it. And listen,
Right.
you all may think he does. He doesn't. He
Nope.
doesn't. And well, none of us do, right? Even Steve doesn't dye his hair. So like
Mhm.
the fact that your skin cannot contain any UV light longer than a few hours is pretty amazing. It's not impressive, but it is amazing.
I am like it's like some sort of it is some sort of like superpower that it's like, hey, we need somebody to always be white no matter what.
Well, listen, it's a power. I wouldn't say it's super. You know,
Hey,
like
not everybody can do it. Not everybody can do
I
it.
I assume very few, but okay.
It
That's
is
like
wild.
I can smoke cigars every day and not feel bad about it. Okay.
Not that absolutely no, this is me and nature.
Yeah.
The nature, me trying to force something on my body through nature, my body being like, "Nope, we're impervious to that. We are impervious." My daughters both get tan, not a problem. But me, can't get tan at all.
I
At all.
the
We
unlucky
at all.
daughters that don't get that weird gene that makes you super question mark? I don't yeah, we have to work on the wording here because I don't know if super is really what we want to go with here, but like we'll work on it. It's a work in progress.
All I'm saying, I feel like
Here we go with these feelings again.
real there's a real I could be a real asset to society with these superpowers.
Yeah, your
I
couple
just
letters too long. There's no S
all I'm
without it.
saying all I'm saying is maybe I go on a speaking engagement, I don't know. The
Yeah.
world needs to hear my story.
Well, maybe there are other people out there with this affliction and they don't know what to do and who to talk to. Maybe you're that guy, you know?
Maybe I am the guy.
Like the girl on TV that goes to talk to other people with Tourette's and stuff.
Yes.
Mhm.
Maybe I need a reality show about me being so white,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Because her reality show is not about her having Tourette's. It's about her and her whole family having some kind of Tourette's, which is fun. Like they don't know. We know. They don't know. They don't realize it yet. Like she's the worst one, affliction wise, but they they've all got something going on. All right.
If we could just figure out, like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna come back from Spain in a week, and somehow, some way, I'll be whiter.
Yeah. Because did you
I don't
did
know.
you did you tan today?
No, I tanned on Wednesday, 15 minutes, full blast.
Oh yeah, well it's Friday already. That's got to go.
What I mean, like
Yeah. Did you think you were gonna look like Gritty? You know, that's not happening.
when people tell me they're like, "We'll just do a spray," I'm like, "No, I look like gritty."
Right.
I'm not. No, I can't do a spray. Do a natural.
Yeah.
I have to do a natural, tan.
Yeah.
No,
All right. Wait. Question. And I think I'm the only one that wants to know. Do you wear anything in the tanning booth, or are you full Starkers?
I am all the way down to my skivvies.
Oh, so not naked. You're wearing.
No, no. I
Oh,
mean, God, who was in that booth before me?
you know who was in that booth before you. Tall salad man. Uh, no, but you're supposed to. I was just watching an episode of The Boys where the Deep was telling me that you're supposed to get that good UV light right there on your nethers.
The deep isn't a real person, and
Also,
that's
he's
a
the worst
fantasy.
person of those not real people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
the
I
fish
don't.
kicked him out of the ocean.
I don't know if I necessarily would be taking advice from imaginary characters on a mediocre show.
Dude, do I have to? I'm on the last episode of the season. Do I have to finish it?
Yeah, did you start it yet?
Yeah, I'm halfway through the last episode, and I don't give one singular shit. I just don't care. I'm just so
You're just like they're out. Yes.
it's such a slog getting through this thing. I'm trying to like get through it. Just come on, let's just watch it so we can talk about it. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so
It's
bad.
it uh, it's I watched it as it came out week by week by week.
Yeah,
So I was like, I don't think looking back, I don't think you can go binge through it because I think you'd be by episode 5, you're like, I can't. There's nothing. I can't do this.
yeah.
Like throughout. Yes.
Cullen's still watching season one. He's like, I still kind of like it. I'm gonna try and watch some more. I was like, just stop now. Just stop. Just so that the bad guys win. There you go. Just I'll tell you. Just I don't even know if that's true. I'll tell you that, and maybe you won't waste your time with this shit. It's so like I'm wasting time not doing other stuff to try and so like I just
Right.
like
But
in the mornings I have a little time. I'm having coffee. I put it on like after we finish here, and this is doing its thing. Without me, I'll sit outside. I'll finish a cigar. I'll put it on. But it's just like fucking just kill everybody, please. Like faster.
that's what a lot of the audience wanted
Yeah.
the final episode.
Yep.
So
Well, I know I'm not
a lot
getting
of
that.
push.
We will talk
Yeah.
more about this. Is it safe that we could do this more on Sunday? I'll finish the episode in the season, and then we can talk about the things I friggin' hated. And it wasn't even story related.
I mean, Ken, I won't be there. My mystery caller will be there.
Did Mystery Caller watch season 5 of The Boys?
I knowing them, I'm pretty confident they did not.
Because he has other things to do, like pick up heavy
They
stuff.
they have they have many other things to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Okay.
Uh, Having said that, I met with a mystery caller last night, walked through the whole process.
Great.
They'll be logging in under me
Okay.
at 11:35 on Sunday.
11:35. Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
You just do your
I have to wrap a meeting with my landscaper around that because I don't know if you know this, but landscapers take a long time to get back to you. And if he doesn't get back to me and get this squared away, Kelly's going to make me do all the work. And I
Mhm.
don't want that. I don't want that at all.
Mm.
Like, don't. She wants bushes ripped out. Like, I have a job now, kind of. Like, I kind of have two jobs. And I don't want to rip out bushes anymore. I'm done. If I want to sweat, I'll go to the gym. I don't want to work out in front of my house, ripping bushes out while they're like tied to my car. Like, it's just not, I'm not down for
Having
it.
the neighborhood having the neighborhood women whistle at you
Yeah.
as you're working your jorts.
Hmm. Yeah. Yep. We'll
Mm.
talk about that
Yep.
Sunday. Are shorts okay? I'm starting to think shorts aren't okay. Like I
Shorts
think
are
I'm at an
okay.
age where shorts are not like if you're going in the ocean, okay. We'll we'll get. I'll talk to special guest about it. He'll probably say yes, they're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shorts are fine. Shorts are okay,
just not for me.
especially where you live. You only get to wear shorts for like 12 weeks out of the year.
12 weeks, like 12 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you doing more? You're worrying about things that don't even matter. Worrying more about my superpower and how we can help society.
How can we help others with Brian's superpower? Well,
Right.
we would love to hear about it in the comments. Guys, what can we do to help the world with Brian's parentheses super out of parentheses power of being pale, even after tanning and being in the sun and being by water and doing all the things. What can we do? Comment and like and follow and subscribe and do all the things and go to YouTube and check us out on YouTube. Go to Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. And we're so sorry, Kyle, that this has devolved into our regular show. I mean, we're sorry, not sorry, because I wasn't going to see Brian on
Right.
Sunday, and now
We
I
just signed up.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
they get my fix.
This is what you signed up for. This is when we pop up on a show, all you get is just immature, unfocused, childlike wonder.
Yep. So this week you're going to get a special mystery guest, and then next week you get Brian fresh off his trip from Ibiza, right? So these are some
And still
special and
and
no
still
tan
white.
and no tan.
I know.
No.
Mhm. Mhm. No.
Well, I'm gonna go
Mm-mm.
lay in my pool because it's nice and warm here, and the pool is clean. And I got to work on my tan apparently because I'm like, ugh. I don't know if am I looking like yellow. I think I look Simpsons yellow in this room.
I mean, we might need to get your liver checked. I'm not gonna lie.
You're not wrong. After that weekend with Bryn with the Malort, we.
All right, I gotta get going.
All right.
All right,
Bye.
I will talk to you later. Okay, bye, buddy.